Hello, hello. What's going on there? Why is there no... I don't know what happened then. All right, everyone can see us now. What's going on, man? Welcome back to the Premier League podcast tonight. Doing our descriptions, talk a bit about transfers. What's going on?
Hey, man. Yeah, sorry for running late. That's on me. Family dinner night Monday nights, so
that's wild.
Got try and get there quickly. So yeah, sorry for being 15 minutes late, but yeah, looking forward to the new season, man.
I am looking forward to the new season. It's I'll just set that up. A few things happened, obviously, when we were live the other night. A few transfers got confirmed and whatnot. Before we get into it, we'll say hello to everyone. Zakow's in the chat. The big man's in the chat. Sick Flip says hi. Sick Flip, how you doing, man? Is that like a sick kick flip? Like that, it'd be wild. But yeah, so tonight, guys, we've gone straight into it. No countdowns because we're running a bit late. Doing our predictions. We're going to predict. What are we going to predict, man? Table, top goal scorer, player of the year.
Yeah, I think we're just doing the top 10, I believe. Relegation, bottom 3. Yeah, Golden Boot, and is it called Golden Boot in the league?
I think
just
so.
Top goal scorer.
Top goal scorer. I said Golden Boot in my graphics. It's Golden Boot, so.
Oh yeah, and player of the season. So,
player of the season. I like it. Sick Flip says he's good. How about us? I'm good, man. I'm sure Johnny's good too.
Yep, not bad.
And Genwell says, let's go. Genwell's ready, man. He's a Man United fan. He's pumped. He's ready to roll.
Let's go, Genwell. Where have I put Man United?
Where have you put Man United?
Where have I put Man United?
Have you set up the fantasy yet, KP? No, I'll do that. I'll do that tomorrow, man. I'll got a bit of time after work before soccer and I'll set up a fantasy league and then I'll put a code out into the Discord and we can try. If anyone wants to join, we'll see if we can get a fantasy league going.
100%.
Me and John did one. We used to do one with our mates. They don't do it anymore. I used to love that one. Remember that one we did when you won it?
Yeah, I know one guy who from my work who'll be keen to join. So there's four of us.
Yeah, I'll start it tomorrow. We used to do this one again that we used to put a bit of money into it, and John pretty much needed to win the last game to win, and he was playing me, and I just didn't put my team in.
Yeah, total match fixing going on.
But you know what? You would have in the end. It was like you would have beat me anyway because your team was doing well.
Yeah,
so.
Didn't someone complain about it as well?
Yeah, remember he complained to Con. He's like full upset about it. We're like, man, he was gonna win anyway. Like, get over it. But anyway, in saying that, I'll start one tomorrow. It'll be fun. We'll put the code up. We'll leave our predictions to a bit later. Before we do that, we'll talk a bit about the transfers. I think there's been a few big ones, man. Before we talk about United, I've put them on the thumbnail. Pedro Neto to Chelsea, man. I think it's a big one.
Yeah. I'm not sure what wingers they were using before. I think Sterling in that position, maybe. I'm not too sure.
Sterling and Mudryk, I'd say.
Mudryk, yeah. So Chelsea have spent a lot of money on their wingers. So they've spent again on Neto. I think Neto's a good player. A little bit inconsistent sometimes, but I think he'll be better at Chelsea. I reckon it's a good signing.
I think it's more what it might do to Wolves, man. I think it's going to hurt them.
Yeah,
big player for them.
It's a big loss.
Yeah, listen, I think it's a good signing too, but I don't know, man. Chelsea, they're just... You can't continue to just sign everything with a price tag, man, and get rid of, like... They went and got rid of Conor Gallagher because it's 100% profit, but he's arguably a better squad player than Neto anyway. Like,
one of their best players last season, really.
Yeah, so I don't understand that. Genwell says, I certainly won't be putting Bernardo Silva in my team. I'm not putting him in my team. And Carlton is the best, says hello. Hello. Okay.
Hey, Carlton is the best.
That's just Carlton is the best by name, right? It's just got to be by name.
We won't get into footy.
Genwell says, apparently Omarodion is not happening now. Because he's coming to Football Manager, that's why.
Apparently they're switching to João Felix now because of that deal. So
that's what they're doing. Apparently switching to Felix. Gallagher might be staying. Genwell says, it's because they're fans. I watched Gary Neville's The Overlap podcast the other day, and it had Paul Scholes and Jamie Carragher that on it, and they were talking to the fans. The fans are up in arms at Chelsea, man. They're like, they're not they're not there yet, but they're getting to where we were at with the Glazers. And that's what I think's happening at Chelsea. They're run by American owners that probably don't give a shit, and I think it's hurting them. And you're seeing that they're not as big a club as Man United. They, I don't think, can deal with it as good as Man United did because, they don't have, they've got a smaller stadium, obviously not as big fan numbers. It's hurting them, I think. But, I don't know. We'll talk about that later. But Felix is as useful as Werner, Genwell reckons.
Oh,
it's a big call.
I think he played all right on the loan spell last time he was there. I didn't think he did too bad. So I reckon he's a better baller than Omeron, different players. But look, I don't mind João Felix as a player if you get the good João Felix, but there is a bad side to him sometimes. He can be very lazy, and but if you can put that part of his game out of it, he can be a really good player.
Yeah, I like João Felix. I think he's a good player. I think he got stinted. He went on a huge move to Atletico, and he had a manager that pretty much doesn't want to score goals in Simeone, which stifled his career a bit. I think if he had actually went to an attacking team and not to a Madrid, he would have progressed his career more. But I don't know. Genwell says, they probably did better what we didn't if we were making profits. Loan them out so they don't devalue with club not playing. Yeah, I agree. But in saying that, we'll go to the other ones. We'll talk about the ones that actually matter close to home. So apparently medicals tomorrow, but it's been confirmed. De Ligt and Mazraoui, Man United players. What do you think about that, man? I think the price is pretty good. I think it's...
Yeah, I feel like for once, Man United aren't getting their pants pulled down with transfer wage fees. So that's one thing got to give credit for to Ineos. They're not really paying overs. I think that's a fair deal for De Ligt and Mazraoui. I think I'm pronouncing it probably off,
so.
But
I think it's about right.
I think the small fee there is just due to the fact that he's got a little bit of injuries. But look, man, I think United are hoping for the best there, which is a worry a little bit for me of that fullback. But I'm getting a lot of negativity when it comes to De Ligt. I hear around the place. I think that you hear a lot of pundits saying, is United just doing this again, trying to bring a player that's already been past his best? But the guy's only 24, so what do you think, man? Like, he did really excel as a 19, 20-year-old, and it's sort of been, stat-wise, on a bit of a decline. What do you reckon?
Listen, I from personal experience, I think it's pretty hard to be past your best at 24. Like, physically wise, mentally, maybe it just hasn't worked out for him because he hasn't found the right fit. Like we're talking about João Felix. João Felix was awesome at 19 as well. Doesn't find the right fit. Maybe it's the right fit because it was for him originally. Maybe that right fit for him is Erik ten Hag. I'm hoping that's the case. But listen, I think there's always going to be negative shit when it's a United signing someone. I bet you, if Chelsea had signed him, they wouldn't have been saying this. They'd be going, "Oh, great signing! It's astute, business." If Man City went and got him, they'd be going, "Oh, Pep's got a coup there or something." It's just, I agree with Genwell. He says whatever it is, he was a captain the Champions League semi-final at 18. So at least he's a leader. That's a good thing.
That's a great point because we've always been lacking leaders in United. So bringing a leader.
That's it.
It's not going to do any harm. So, that's a good point.
And listen, the other point I make, I was saying it to you during the Euros, like, man, he's in the Dutch squad, so he can't be that bad. Like, he can't be terrible if he's actually in the squad. The two defenders that were getting picked ahead of him at centre-back for Holland are like two of the top 10 defenders in the world, Van Dijk and De Vrij. So being third choice to them is it's not the worst thing in the world. They're two top defenders, like I said. The Mazraoui one, I agree, is a bit, I don't know, bit how are you, but for 16 million, I think it is, or something. I'm shocked they didn't go for a left back. I mean, I think Delot is, I said that during the watch along the other night, should be Man United's next captain. When Bruno's done, I know he got a contract in that. I think 26, 27, Delot should be the next United captain. He's come of age, is the best way of putting it. I think we said last year. Luke Shaw is
probably one of the best right backs in the league.
100%. Luke Shaw is a really good player, man. Probably one of the best left backs, if not the best one in the league at the moment. But he's too injury prone. So the fact they didn't go for a left back for me is, listen, they still might. I don't know. But I think we needed de Ligt, whether it's when he's fit, whoever starts, de Ligt or Euro, one of them has got to start with Martinez, and then at least your sub is either Matthias de Ligt or Lenny Yoro. It's not Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, Johnny Evans, like they're... But I think the writing's on the wall for those guys now too. I think if you're Harry Maguire, you're like, well, they've just bought 2 centre-backs. If I ever want to play for England again, I've got to go. Lindelof is captain of Sweden. Is in his mind, he's like, he's not playing. I'd be thinking, man, I've got to go to play as well. But yeah, I still think we need a midfielder. Still think United need a centre midfielder or 2 even. The writing's sort of on the wall for them too. Like, we're watching the Charity Shield, we're doing the watch along, and Ericsson didn't come on the field. So, and we haven't signed a player yet. You know what I mean? Like, what are those guys thinking? I'd be thinking I want to go play, but yeah, I don't know. Big talk today that United are going to put a bid in for Evan Ferguson now.
Yeah, I saw that.
Man, I'll take that. Arguably, he's better than Xerxes and Højlund. Like, I love Højlund, young player. Ferguson's the same age, and arguably he's probably better than Højlund. Listen,
Has Ten Hag gave a reason why he didn't play Xerxes at all?
Apparently, he just said he's got to get up to pace or something. He just gave nothing. It was like, that's it. Like, they just gave... But I don't know what that means. Like, what is that? He could be hiding that he maybe has a slight knock. I don't know. The big man says, hey, lads. Hey, Chris, how are you, man?
I doubt he starts against Fulham, then, if that's the case. So, yeah, but any other transfer news going on? I heard Zubimendi might be heading to Liverpool.
Yeah, Zubimendi, Liverpool. Listen, the ones I've heard, obviously because we're United fans, is that if they're not going for Ugarte, they're probably going to go for like Sander Berg or something. And then I heard the Evan Ferguson, Zubimendi. But it's quiet, man. I said that last time. Like, Arsenal signed Caliafori. They've done nothing else. Newcastle have done not much. Like...
Oh, Solanke, that was the big one.
Yeah, Solanke, that's the big one. Yeah, that's the next one we're going to talk about. So, if we can do it, I think we can do Ferguson for 35 million plus add-ons. You're talking about 35 million pounds, Genwal? I reckon that'll be right. 35 million pounds I want. JJ says hello as well.
JJ.
Listen, I'd have Ferguson.
I've been saying for a while, Tottenham have been screaming out for a number 9, and I think Solanke is a great one. I think it's going to suit him really well. I think it's a great signing for Tottenham, and I think Ange will be really happy with that number 9 coming in.
Oh, yeah. Think about it. He lost a player that was getting you 30-plus goals in his first year, and he still come in and finished 6th. I think they finished 6th, right? Without those 30 goals. So now he's gone and got a striker that scored 20 plus at Bournemouth, which I think that's going to hurt them too. So in his mind, he might be thinking, man, can he get 25 plus for Tottenham? We're going to create more chances. You got Son and Kulusevski on the wings for you. Like, yeah, I agree. I think it's a wicked signing, man. I think he's going to be if he stays injury-free, knock on wood, I think it's a wicked signing for Ange and Tottenham.
Yeah, I think it's a good one. Really good one. Really makes him competitive and really going to help him in the forward line. And they're so creative, Tottenham, that the way Ange likes to play is just press, and full throttle ahead. So
he's young, so he can press.
Yeah, it's just going to suit Solanke. He's going to give him a lot of chances this year, and I'm impressed with Tottenham there. Good signing.
Yeah, it's good signing. Genwool says, just remember, Ansu Fati was at Brighton last season. He was.
He was.
You know, I signed him once for Watford, and he was the best player I ever had in my club.
Has he got a chance of getting in that Barcelona team with the likes of Yamal and
I don't know.
Nico Williams gone there?
A couple of years ago,
they got Rafinha over there too. They got a lot of wingers.
Apparently, they're trying to buy Williams from Madrid. He's a champion, the one that was at the Euros. Nico Williams. But I mean, a couple of years ago, he was the Yamal before the Yamal. That was talking about that Fati was.
Yeah, true.
Unbelievable. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know. Zakal says, is Rob still on HFD? I haven't heard from Rob in a while, man. I don't know what's going on with Rob. I'm going to send him a message or something. Don't know what's going on.
Holidays.
Maybe, yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, other than that, there hasn't been any real huge things. I don't know. Yeah, it's I agree. I think the Solanke one's a good one, but that can lead us into our predictions, man. What do you want to do first? Should we do the tables first?
Yeah, let's start relegation.
I've got the whole graphic. I've got it all in one, so it's going to come out with you.
You got yours?
I've got mine and yours. Do you want me to do mine first? I can do whatever.
Yeah, we'll do KP's first. I haven't seen KP's. So KP's obviously seen mine, but I haven't seen KP's.
So what we've done is, guys, the first 10 is how we've predicted them. Then I've just, because it's a graphic with all the teams, the other teams are just there from 10th till 15th. They're in no order. Me and John didn't do them. So 11th till 15th, whatever, I just put them in there because of the graphic. And then the relegation is there. But I'll bring up my table. There we go. So I've said Arsenal champions, United second, City third, Liverpool fourth. And then I've got Newcastle and Tottenham 5th and 6th. I think Newcastle with no Europe, I think is really going to help them. I think I'll put Villa 7th because I reckon they're really going to struggle because of the Champions League. And I've put Chelsea 8th. I think they're really going to struggle, man. I think Enzo Maresca, they haven't won a game in pre-season. They're just signing everything with a price tag. I think they're really going to struggle. And then, like I said, those middle ones there, they're just whatever, we've just put them there. But I think relegation, I think Brentford are gone. They've been, I don't know why. I just think they might sell Tony and that's going to hurt them as well. I think Bournemouth losing Solanke, they're done. And I think Leicester, because they lost Maresca, the manager, and Steve Cooper, the ex-Forest dude, took over. I think they're going straight back down. That's my table.
There's some bold predictions there, my friend. I like it.
There is. Larry the Drone says, I support Nottingham Forest. Where did I put them? Let me bring that back up, Larry. So what did I say? They're surviving. I got them surviving, man. Listen, I think I might have swapped Bournemouth and Forest, but the fact they've lost Solanke, I think's hurt them. I think that's a big loss, man. Where are they getting another 20-something goals from?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge loss. And like you said about Brentford as well, if they lose Tony, which they probably will, that's going to be a big loss. So, yeah, good calls there, man.
Listen,
very good calls.
The thing I'll say is, guys, and I say this to John, I say it to the chat, I probably won't even get one of those right. But listen,
just predictions. We don't have crystal balls,
Yeah.
We're just...
Larry is a a Nottingham Forest fan, and he says, in my opinion, if I was honest, I'd put Forest down. There you go. Listen. Forest struggle because they've obviously got the Olympiacos owner, Marinakis, as their owner, and he's worse than Chelsea. The amount of players that go through Forest, it just unsettles them, so could be. Yeah, Genwool says, if you didn't catch it, more points deductions for Everton. Yeah, that's true, but they haven't said how many. And, man, they survived last year with a 10-point deduction. I still think they got enough about them, depending on what it is. If it's a huge thing, I don't know. But, yeah, so I put Chelsea 8th, bro. I don't know if the Chelsea fans are going to like that, but I just think they're going to struggle. Remember, they haven't won a game, bro, in preseason. GT says, "Woohoo! Southampton staying up."
Yeah, I think I've predicted them to stay up as well. They're a soft spot of mine, Southampton. So
yeah, Johnny's got a soft spot. All right, guys. In saying that, I'll bring John's table up and I'll leave it up so then it comes up on his screen and he can give his thoughts on that. All right, there we go.
All right.
Oh my god.
So
we did two the same.
I need to remind you. So I've got Arsenal to win the title, very similar to you, and I've done the bold prediction of Man U coming second, just because my heart is stronger than my brain. I've gone City for third and Chelsea to get fourth. I think they're just going to do something miraculous, and it's just all going to come together. So I've gone actually Newcastle to get fifth, Tottenham to get sixth, and I've gone my favourite team, Liverpool, to come seventh. So,
oh my god!
I've actually done Leicester to do really well to be in the top 10. So 10th I put them with Villa and West Ham there. The relegation I've done Ipswich, Bournemouth, and Forest. I just think Bournemouth, the Solanke thing, and Ipswich. I just feel like they go straight back down, and Forest. I reckon they were lucky to survive last year. They might not be so lucky this year.
There you go. So we've both tipped Bournemouth to go down. We've both tipped Newcastle and Tottenham 5th and 6th as well. And we've tipped the same champions. Reborn's upset about 7th, man. Reborn, I'll put Liverpool in the top 4, right? Just saying.
I just feel like you're going to go through like we did with David Moyes. Like, it was killer. like, Fergie retired, and, we got David Moyes in. You got Slop. And it's just going to come falling apart.
Yeah, listen, the one that I'm shocked about, a lot of our predictions are similar, is me and John have gone way different on Chelsea and Liverpool. I've put Liverpool top 4 and I've put Chelsea 8th. But the rest of it is pretty similar. So I'll tell you now, our player of the year and our golden boots are not similar. We'll go with mine first. I'll do golden boot first. Listen, I've gone safe. I have to admit it. I don't think anyone's going to score more goals than him. So I've gone Haaland.
Oh, come on, bro.
I just don't think anyone's going to score as many as him. But listen, I really think yours is a wicked shout, eh? I do. There's no one. And listen, I think that tip could change if Chelsea or someone sign Osimhen. I think that tip could change. I think he could come in and rip it.
Larry says top four for Chelsea.
Yeah. Listen, if they sign Osimhen, maybe my tip changes a bit. But Larry says Haaland is overrated. You know what, Larry? I agree. But the fact of the matter is he plays for a team. Like, if Zlatan Ibrahimovic played for Man City, he'd score 70 goals a year. That's the way I put it. If Cristiano Ronaldo in his prime played for them, he'd be scoring what I do agree. I think Haaland is a bit overrated, but he's a poacher. He's a finisher, that's right. And he gets chances. So his hold-up play is not very good. He showed that in the Community Shield. He was terrible in the Community Shield against us. But listen, he could go score 4 goals next week. That's just how he is. But yeah, Genwell says, "Come on, John." He goes, "We would love that, but Liverpool won't fall off that much." Listen, I hope they do. But leave John alone.
Look, man, I'm a Man United fan. What do you expect from me, really? Put Liverpool up there? I can't do it.
That's it. All right, I'll bring Johnny's golden boot up. And listen, I think there's a wicked shout, eh? I do. I think if you could go put money on this, and you got a sneaky 50 or something, go do it. I think it's good. There's Johnny's.
Yeah, so
look how proud you are standing next to him too. You're just like.
I think Solanke, in the Tottenham Guernsey, is going to get a lot of chances. Ange just loves to just go full bore, just want to kick goal after goal, and he's got his talisman now. So, barring injury, I think Solanke could get 20 plus this year.
There you go. Larry the Drone says, do you boys like AFL? We do, Larry. We actually have a dedicated AFL show on the same channel, and we do a lot of AFL watch-alongs on the weekend. So please subscribe, and the boys should be doing. Are you guys the boys doing a show tomorrow night?
Footy show. Yeah, the review tomorrow night.
So there'll be an AFL review tomorrow, and then the watch-alongs will start as of Friday night, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, leave us a sub and a like, and I'm sure you'll get onto that. And then we do, obviously, the soccer stuff and a normal podcast on Wednesday nights. Reborn says, we got a Dutch manager, but he's not Eric Ten Hag. Settle down, Reborn. Reborn, all I got to say is, everyone's bagging Eric.
Reborn, you got a bold Dutch manager. Welcome to our pain and suffering.
Listen. I'll tell you one thing. You're paying out Eric, but just remember, Arne Slot was Eric's little, runaround boy in the Dutch league, mate. He used to smack him around, and he's won 2 trophies in 2 years. That's whatever you say about it. He's still won 2 trophies and made another final. Made another final as well.
Yeah, he's a runner-up in the Charity Shield too.
And biggest trophy of the year, man. Charity Shield. I'm getting all my mates to sub. You guys are awesome. Thanks a lot, Larry. Man. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it a lot. All right.
Player of the season?
Player of the season. I'll bring up mine. I just think it's...
Who we got?
I think it's his, bro.
It's someone favourable as well, isn't it?
I don't know, because I don't think they like him. But I think if we have a real good year, I haven't clicked it yet.
Oh, it's United, is he?
I think he can do it.
Bruno. Well, that's a pretty good shout. I mean, the guy, he plays every game. He's involved in a lot of, score chances. He could really have a great year. So I like it.
I think if Bruno goes back to the year he had just after he signed us, where he scored and was involved, like goals and assists, he had like 35 plus or something, and we do really well, he could win it. But I do think Arsenal are going to win the league, and I think it's a good shout that it probably, could be Saka or something. Someone from there could come from Arsenal as well. But yeah, I'm going... Rashford will do better this season, Yanni says. I hope so.
Man, I hope so. But going on that Charity Shield, he looked a bit off. So he needs to work on it a bit. So
Reborn's just sticking the boot in, man. He goes, yeah, but he finished 8th and had a -1 goal difference. Yeah, but still won 2 trophies. In the end, what's everyone going to remember last year? They're going to remember that we won the FA.
I don't want to be reminded of the pain of last year, Reeps. I'm sorry.
That's it. Larry the Drone says, I reckon Saka should get Player of the Year. There you go. I'll bring up Johnny's. Here's Johnny's. I think this might make some people happy, I'm guessing. So,
I reckon it could be Martin. He's a great player. He's really been that main number 10 for Arsenal and pulling the strings for him. And look, he's really good to watch. So, Martin Odegaard, he could have a great year for Arsenal. And, I reckon they're going to be in a title hunt. So, yeah, watch out for Odegaard.
Yeah, I think he's definitely will be up there at the end, like, to win it. So, I think it's a good shout. I think both are good shouts.
Yeah, definitely.
Listen, we've gone different ways. We had a few same predictions. We've gone different ways for players and golden boots. I hope my golden boot gets nowhere near it. To be fair, but
we want the man child to suffer this year, and City to. We don't want to see. No one wants to see City win the flag again. Really, no one. It'll be bad for the Premier League too.
It's terrible.
It'll be really bad.
I think what you said during the Community Shield might play a factor. Like, I know it's only 1 year, but De Bruyne is a year older. Like, if they lose him, can Phil Foden have another season like that to carry them through? If they lose Haaland now like they did last year, Alvarez isn't there. Whoever they get, is it going to be as good as Alvarez was? I don't know. Reborn says Fulkrog to be a danger for West Ham. West Ham in general. I think West Ham in general are going to be good, man, with Lopetegui as coach.
Ooh.
I'm still surprised that they signed Wan-Bissaka, considering he is a possession-based coach, but I don't know.
Yeah.
GT says, is there any chance City get punished anytime this century? Probably not, man.
It feels like those 115 charges will just, nothing will happen in the end. So I reckon maybe a silly fine, which, Man City will just laugh about. So
Which is stupid. The sad part is there's all these Liverpool fans here and us Man United fans, and the one thing that we're all together on is when are City going to get these, fine or whatever's going to happen? When are they going to be penalised? That's what everyone
I feel sorry for Liverpool in a way, because they've had their best probably manager and team of late, but they were going up against a cheating Man City. You know what I mean?
100%.
So, even though I hate Liverpool, they have had the rough end of the stick by going up against a cheating Man City over these past years.
100%. You think about it, Liverpool could have had, with Klopp, they could have actually had what City had, like a dynasty.
Yeah, they could have had 2 or 3 Premier League titles for sure.
100%. They won a Champions League in there. They made another Champions League final. I think they won a Europa. They could have had 3 or 4 Premier Leagues, like you're saying, with it if City weren't, cheating. So, I agree. I know what you mean. It's if that was United in that situation, I'd be like, I think that the charges go back that far that I think United actually would get given another title. Liverpool would get given one. That's how far back it goes. So if it goes that far back, it's stupidity in my opinion.
Is that the one where we lost on goal difference? They won at the end of the Euro. That was.
I don't know if it's that one. I actually think it's Ole's second place when he was 12, 15 points behind.
Ah, man, we were way behind.
Yeah, no, but what they're saying is that they were still second, and Liverpool get 1 or 2 as well. That's the stupidity of it, really. But personally, I think they should strip City of the titles, but don't give them to anyone else. Just those years are just whatever. I don't know.
It's hard to accept the Premier League title.
That's what I mean. I think they should strip them of their titles, not hand them out. If they're guilty, strip them. But but in saying that, guys, we've done our predictions. We've talked about transfers. What I'm going to do is, I didn't get a graphic for it because I didn't get the time. Because it is round 1, we'll do a little predictions for the game. But I'll bring the games up here and I'll read out the fixtures bit by bit, and we can have a bit of a say on the fixtures. So, first game is Man United Fulham, which here will be Saturday morning, 4:30 a.m. Old Trafford. What are we going, man?
See, Man United always seem to stuff up start of the seasons, especially with Erik ten Hag. So I think we're going to right our wrongs this year and start off well. And I reckon we're going to get 3 points and we're going to win 2-0.
2-0. But we didn't stuff up last year. Everyone just said Onana should have given a penalty to Wolves, but we did win.
Oh, yeah, we did. I remember that game and we were terrible. I can't believe we won that game.
Yeah. Reborn is saying,
going on the Charity Shield game, we did look good.
I agree.
So I reckon we're going to be a bit better this year.
Yeah, see, GT is saying what I said. Reborn is saying the same. Do what they did to Juventus. Take their titles, relegate them, and just strip them and leave it at that. You don't need to give the titles to anyone. Crows will roll over Power this week. Gen was telling Chris. But that's for tomorrow, man. Tell them tomorrow. Yeah. On your game.
Join us on the footy show tomorrow. See Johnny Carlton cry on TV.
Carlton, you know what? Before we go to the rest of the tips, I said it last year. You know what? They've had 10 good weeks in 2 years. I think Boss is overrated, and I think Carlton are overrated. I've been saying that for 2 years.
You've heard it here first on the soccer show.
I said that last year. They went on a 10-game winning streak, which doesn't happen often. If that doesn't happen, they don't even make the finals, the top 4 last year. It's rare.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They had all the hype this year, and now
Exactly.
they've got to rely on other teams now to get in the 8. So
Zakal, I'll see if I can do it Saturday, man. If it falls in line with my time, because I do play soccer, I'll see what I can do, man. I'll see what I can do. But yeah, I reckon United. I'm going more, bro. United 4-0.
I hope so. I really do.
Hey,
I hope so.
we're going to go smack. I don't know if he's going to start Garnacho and Ahmad, or if he's going to start Garnacho and Rashford, but he has to start Garnacho. I don't care who it's for. Has to start him. He came in like it was his first game. He'd been training for a week, and he looked. That kid's going to be immense, man. He's wicked. Yeah. If the lit starts, like we get him over the line, by then I think I'll actually be a bit more happy with him starting, even though he's only there for a week. But
I mean, if we sign him today and he's in training the next couple of days, I can't see why not.
Actually, I actually agree with what Genwell just said. I think he'll start Ahmad, Garnacho, and I actually believe he'll start Rashford centre forward, because it doesn't look like Xerxes going to start. So I think he might start all three. I think he's right. I think Mount might be the one to bite the bullet, because he did nothing in the Charity Shield. I think Bruno will start with Mainu, Casemiro, and I think it'll be Rashford, Ahmad, Garnacho, and then the back line, I don't know. Not sure about what happens back there, but we will see. The next one is a big one, man. Saturday night, 9 o'clock, Ipswich, first game back in the Premier League for probably 15 years, I reckon. Liverpool at home. Ipswich, Liverpool, 9, early game, Saturday night.
So Ipswich at home?
Yep, Ipswich home to Liverpool.
I'm going 2-1 Ipswich. I think it's going to be an upset off the bat. Ipswich, yeah, they're just going to surprise Liverpool, 2-1.
That's the best. Reborn and GT are not going to be happy. You know what? The thing about playing the newly promoted teams first up, it's not always like that easy, man. It could be a hard game. It can either go two ways. I think it could be a real tight game, or Liverpool end up smashing them. You know what, man? I'm going with John, and I'm going with my heart. I'm not going with my head. I'm going Ipswich 1-0. Sorry, Reeves.
Let's go.
I still think Liverpool make the top four. I just think I think Ipswich might be hard to beat there this year. Next game.
Liverpool's going to have a David Moyes year, man.
Yeah, you heard it here first, guys.
David Moyes year.
Next game, Emirates, 11:30, start of the goal rush. Arsenal at home to Wolves.
3-0 Arsenal. Easy win for the Gunners.
Yeah, I agree. I think it could even be more. I think Arsenal, they've been flying in preseason, man. That's why I've tipped them to win the league. I think they could come out and make a real statement opening day. Yeah, I think it could be 3-4 plus. I agree with that. I don't think they can see to get the FKG.
I'm not Reeves' favourite person tonight.
GT's like, sorry, I missed that. I was cleaning my ears. Oh, shit. All right. The next one is...
You can all yell at me next Monday when Liverpool win.
Back to Merseyside. Everton hosting Brighton. It's a bit hard to know. Brighton got a new manager. I don't know. Like, if they don't have Ferguson playing, I don't know. But yeah, Everton at home to Brighton.
It's a tough game, man. I'm going to go one all draw. There's got to be a draw some point. So, yeah, going to draw here. Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to go for the away team. I think Brighton might get the cookies. I don't know. Is Matoma back with them? Like, missed a lot last year. I'm going to go Brighton. I know it's a new manager. I'm going to go Brighton 2-1. Zakal says is AFC Bournemouth. What's that, Zakal? A new team. No, they've been in the Premier League for a while now, yeah. They're one of the smallest teams. Their stadium only fits like 16,000. It's
like a high marsh.
Yeah, high marsh. I think it's even smaller. I think it's actually smaller than high marsh. Yeah. So, yeah, they've been in the Premier League for a good while now, man. Good while. So, but yeah, this is a big one, man. If John was managing Southampton in Football Manager, this would be huge. Newcastle at home to Southampton. Reborn. Never heard such bias BS. You call this a footage? Sorry, man. Sorry, Reeves. I did say I'm going with my heart on the tip.
I did say Liverpool's going to get Conference League, man. So
Genwell reckons Bournemouth get more than the Giants and the Sun home crowd combined. That's off the top rope, Genwell. Jeez.
Have you ever watched the ESPN panel? How they just bag United all the time? So that's more unbiased than this show. So.
John can be Steve Nicol and I'm Craig Burley, but just towards the end.
I'm going back to my tip. I'm going Newcastle at home, 2-1.
Yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward. I think Newcastle will get it done at home too.
GT and Reeves are getting up on us.
I know, man. It's back to the Man U show. Hey, it does say in the description it's a Premier League show, but it will take an in-depth look at KP and Johnny G's beloved Man United. It says that in the description. Just putting it out.
Hey, look, if Liverpool win, I'll give them a lot of credit next Monday. Don't worry.
Yeah,
don't worry.
Yeah.
They better win, boys. Hey, they better win. I better see you in the chat next week saying, Johnny G, you're right, man.
Just like Genwell said, take it easy on us, man. And like, we went from a team that was winning everything to we've been terrible for, 10 years. So just take it easy.
We need to get little wins where we can.
This caps off the goal rush. Listen, usually people would say, this is probably the most, I'd say, boring game of the goal rush. Nottingham Forest at home to Bournemouth.
Jeez.
I think it's a huge game. If anyone gets points there, they're loving it, I believe.
I'm going to go Forest at home. They just lost Solanke Bournemouth, so they're going to be a bit shell-shocked. So maybe Forest.
Yeah, me too. I'm going Forest 1-0, I'm going to say. 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0.
The next game, I think, is massive. I think it's huge. West Ham at home to Aston Villa, the late game.
All right. Look, West Ham have done some good business, and so has Villa, to be fair.
See a sick flip. Take it easy, man.
I'm going 2-2 draw because I can't split them. I think they're so on par this year, these two teams.
Yeah, it's a hard one. Two Spanish managers.
I think West Ham are just lacking a good number 9, really. 2-2 draw.
I'm trying to think. Villa, Watkins, he had a good Euro. They got a good team. I don't think Villa start dropping off until they start playing Champions League. I think at the start they're going to still be good, but I think West Ham are going to be good, and I think that they know each other very well, the two managers, Lopetegui and Emery. So it's going to be a good battle. I'm going to go for my first draw. I'm going to say, 1-1 or 2-2, yeah. Reborn says he'll bring the tissues for United's losses. If United lose...
Reborn. Tears and pain, man.
Reborn, if United lose the opening game, they're not even going to see me in the Discord, nothing. You'll be blank.
It would be just so United to lose the first game.
100%.
It would be.
All right, then we go to the team that I tipped to go down. Brentford at home to Crystal Palace Sunday, the first game.
I'm going to go Brentford because I think Tony's still there.
Tony. Yeah, if he plays...
Brentford.
You know what?
2-1.
I think Palace... Listen, I don't know if anyone can check this, correct me if I'm wrong. I think outside of City and Arsenal, I think they were the most informed team to finish the Premier League season last year. I know they've lost Elise. They've still got Eze. I don't know what else they've done. I'm actually going to go with Genwell. I think Palace are going to beat them. What's his name? When they got that new manager, what's that bloke up front that never scored for you in Football Manager? He's scoring like a freak. Mateta.
Eduardo?
Mateta. He was scoring.
Mateta, yeah.
Like a freak. I'm going to go Palace.
He played in the Olympics, so he won't be playing.
Yeah, don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's happened there. But yeah, I just think Palace. I don't know. But the next one, I think this is huge too. This is massive on your prediction, man. So first round, Stamford Bridge, Chelsea hosting Man City.
Well, I'm tipping Chelsea to be top four, and I think they win this game at home. I think City have got some players still to come back. So I think it's a good time to play City. And I think Chelsea win 2-1.
2-1. You know what? Completely going against what I said. Chelsea going to finish 8th. I'm tipping Chelsea to win. Because I don't think City looked good. I don't know if we just played well. I know they beat us on penalties.
We had the better chances against them, man.
We should have won the game. Listen, I don't know what team he's going to start. Does he have to start the same team against Chelsea? I think it might be a tight one. I think I'm just going to go Chelsea. 2-1. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bigger game for Chelsea, this one.
Yeah, I agree. And then to finish off the round, Tuesday, Leicester back in the Premier League. Still Jamie Vardy still running around. Hosting Ange and Solanke. Leicester, Tottenham.
Oh, jeez. Well, I did pick Leicester to do well, but I still think Tottenham win here. Solanke gets his opener, and they win 3-1.
Yeah, yep. Genwell does make a good point. He goes, City beat Chelsea in pre-season, and it was City's C team versus Chelsea's first team. So, yeah, listen, they don't have a good record at Stamford Bridge, but I think everything's got to change. It's a new manager. I know they don't have a good record there with Pochettino. Listen, if Chelsea lose at home, I know it's against City. I think they're already on the back burner, and if they get done bad, I think they're in trouble. But yeah, back to the other game. I'm going to go Spurs. 2-0, I reckon. 2-0. I don't know, Cooper managing Leicester. I think they're going to struggle with him. AKA Blake Irwin.
Is that the guy that looks stoned all the time?
Yeah, that's why I called him Blake. The one that was at Nottingham Forest.
He's wild, man.
I called him Blake Irwin, man. He's Blake. Yeah, I don't know. What's he going to play like? He's going to play the same way that Maresca did to get him promoted. I don't know, but yeah, I'm going to go Spurs. That's the end of it, man. What do we got? Any final words? What transfers? What's going to happen before we go? Are United going to sign anyone? Is Osimhen going to come into Chelsea? What? We still got to the end of the month.
Well, look,
so
obviously, De Ligt and Mazraoui are probably going to sign. They're probably doing the medicals as we speak. There's a lot of rumours that United still want to sign some more players, central midfielder, maybe even a sneaky striker. So we'll see with that. If they do, if they do a really good midfielder and a striker, that could be very good for Man United. But Tottenham, I'm not sure if they're doing any more business after their striker. I think Chelsea could sign anyone at any moment. Man City seem a bit quiet, but they're just about to sell. Well, have they sold Alvarez now?
I think they're talking that is could fall through. I don't know. But I think he'll go. I think he will go.
Yeah, so they're talking about big money coming in there. So Man City could easily spend more money with FIFA Fair Play this year, even though they haven't played the rules before. Liverpool, have they signed anyone yet, or have they signed Zubimendi?
No, it's nothing with them yet. So.
A little bit concerning for Liverpool fans out there. There's no signings coming in. Arsenal, I think they're just adding to a really good team at the moment, which is good signs for them. And that just wraps up the major teams. I think Newcastle haven't really made much business as yet.
Yeah, they haven't either.
Yeah, but look, man, I'm really excited for this weekend. EPL is back, and it's always the best time when your team hasn't lost a game yet, and there's hope and optimism, and you think your team is going to win a title.
I agree. Listen, I do think Genwell says Liverpool will be FA Cup winners. There you go, big call. Yeah, I'm going to touch on what Reborn said. I think if they do get Zubimendi, it's a real good signing. I watched him in the Euros.
Yeah, he's a good player.
He's pretty good. So
But I do like Sloboshay. I think he's a good player too. So I'm not sure
Soboslai's
who.
good. Oh, yeah, he's good.
Do they play together or?
I think they will. I think Soboslai's more of an attacker. Slot's been playing him a bit defensively, but I think if he gets someone in, he'll push him forward with McAllister. So they could have Soboslai, McAllister, and Zubimendi. It's pretty good midfield when you look at it like that. So
Can they get one more burst from Salah this year? We'll have to see.
I reckon. I think he'll do well. Maybe
I think they should have sold Salah the year before, 100 million. Take it. And,
I personally think they should have too. I think they should have cashed in. But when you got a club legend, it's a bit hard as well, I guess.
And Nunez up front. I don't know about what Reed thinks about Nunez. I quite like the player, but he's a bit hot and cold with Liverpool, I guess. Sometimes looks really great, sometimes looks really shit. So
yeah.
But I do like Jota. I think he's a player.
Yeah, he's good. Maybe Gen was right. Maybe he's like Samson. He's shaved his head and his power's gone. So who knows? Who knows? But yeah, listen, it's great that the football's back. Always look forward to it coming back. And when it goes, it comes back as quick as it goes, which is good. So I'm not going to sit here and say to everyone, good luck to your teams, because I don't want any of your teams to win but Man United. So at least I'm honest. Just like how Tilthorpe grew a beard and he's great. Yeah, he got his powers from growing a beard. That's right. Maybe Salah cut his hair is done. He's just pushing people around like a lumberjack now. But yeah, it's KP still has his strength. Exactly. Look, I don't cut it. I don't think I could ever cut it now. Or do it'd be too.
You're just gonna look like Terry Silver when you're older. That's all.
I don't think I could cut it. I don't care. I'll be Terry
Silver.
I'll be Terry Silvering it up. All right, guys. It was a great show. Thanks for coming in. We'll see if there's any watch-alongs this week, and I'm not sure. I know there's good times for the games. We'll see what we can do. It was good. It was fun. If not, we'll be back Monday night. Don't know. It's going to be the watch-alongs of the footy aren't going to be as much this week, I don't think, because Goffy's moving houses and shit. And
I may be able to do one on Sunday, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's it. So Reborn says
Chris might be doing one Friday at least.
Yeah, I think so. Reborn answered your question, man. He said he looks great until it comes to putting the ball in the net. But when he was at Benfica, he was really clinical. That's what's funny. I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, thanks for coming in, guys. We will see you on the next one. Take it easy.
Yeah, good luck with your teams.
Now, don't say that, Man United.